Now, let's talk about dependence. Dependence sounds like it means addiction, but it's not the same thing at all. Like tolerance, dependence is a routine part of opioid pain therapy. In fact, tolerance and dependence are really two sides of the same coin. That's because both result from your body's gradual adjustment to regular use of an opioid medication. And the same changes that make your body more tolerant of a medication also make it more dependent on the medication to help it function normally.
Dependence is another term you might be wondering about if you're taking an opioid. Dependence means that your body will undergo withdrawal symptoms if you quickly stop taking the medicine. Everyone that takes an opioid will become dependent on the chemical in a very short period of time, usually within 2 weeks. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Dependence is that another closely related term, but still different, that with regards to opioids, when you take the medication, your body gets used to the medicine and it stops making its own opioid. And if you stop abruptly, you go through withdrawal. And so tolerance and dependence, both of those really occur with almost every patient we put on opioids. So it's not a bad thing. Unfortunately, it gets mixed up with the third term, which is addiction.
Being dependent on an opioid is the same as a diabetes patient being dependent on insulin. It is a necessary medicine to help in the treatment of your illness, and you are using that medicine under the supervision of a physician and taking the medicine in the appropriate way.
Whether it's insulin or blood thinners or antidepressants, everyone who relies on medication to maintain normal functions is, in one sense or another, dependent on that medication to do things their body can't do. Calling that addiction is like saying you're addicted to food because you can't live without eating. We've said it before, but it bears repeating. Dependence is not addiction.